Hi, everybody. It's me. If you like my channel, please like and subscribe. There's a notifications bell down in the corner. Okay. Today, also in descriptions, there is a PayPal link where you can support me in my mission. Okay. So today I want to talk about misunderstandings and perceptions. I did a vlog a few days back about being denied Social Security disability. And it had been years in coming. And through those years, I had battled homelessness, undergone treatment for traumatic brain injury, seen rheumatology. Apparently, they didn't get all the records. It doesn't matter. But a lot of the messages that I've gotten have been it's taken people 5, 6, 7, 8 years. And I realized, I've been talking to a friend of mine who is very helpful, Liz, and one of the things that she's pointed out is it's a type of financial abuse. And so, what the misunderstanding was with people, I believe, is that I don't work. I do work. I work very, very hard. I am a community liaison, and that is a contract position. I'm a displacement consultant for several different organizations along with myself. So I freelance. I also do photography and I do this. I vlog. So, and I do outreach. But here's the thing. What people misunderstand, I think, is the definition of work. A lot of our laws and things are centered and the way people support themselves are centered around the traditional work week. In other words, going in somewhere, hi Roxy, working a certain amount of hours, being there every day, and that's considered what someone is able to do. I am not able to do that. I can't. If you can, props to you. Good job. Wonderful. But one thing that I have found is within my disabilities, I have found tools to work around that and work so that it's towards my benefit, such as linking all Google to everything so that, and I made sure I invested in a Google Home Mini that tells me when I have appointments and, helps me keep track of things. Um, being able to connect through social media and network, having the ability to do outreach and get experience, lived experience and in it experience. Um, but these things I have found that most of the people, or not most of them, I would say, okay, I really hate using the word most and least because there's 7 billion people on this planet and I do not know most people. But I can say that many people in my sphere of outreach are also disabled. And they work so hard towards human rights and lifting others up and doing all of these things. Yet, societally, it really isn't valued very much. You will see posts about if really honestly, like after I had gotten out of homeless, I still get, how many people are you letting sleep on your floor? Well, what are you doing? What are you doing? And I just like, instead of like trying to explain all this and be like, oh, I'm doing this and I'm doing this and try to like combat that, I'm just like, you're trying, you know nothing about me. And you're assuming that I have, sorry, my phone went off. And they're assuming that somehow because I said human rights or, made a humanitarian comment, that somehow I'm armchair speaking and not doing anything. And that's really, they attack the person rather than the idea of, and we're finding this a lot with the human rights abuses taking place in our country right now. I find it a strange disconnect to come as a child of abuse and a child of someone who, if we're going to say somebody is illegal for breaking laws, was definitely illegal. And I can't imagine them saying, well, you were abused 4 years ago, so what does it matter now? And nobody helped you then, so why would we help now? Or put me in a cage on a floor, or any of those things. And to defend it, Santa himself decided to abuse children right now. I'm going to scream about it. And anyone who can defend the abuse of children is a child abuser. And if you defend child abuse, you are defending the abuse of children. Period. Um, so there's that. And I guess I feel very strongly as an abused child. And I can't imagine anyone in any light making light of it, joking about it, saying I deserve it because, yeah, he was kind of worthless. That doesn't mean I deserved abuse. I was a child, and it didn't matter what race, color, or creed I was. I was a child in danger from someone who was committing crimes. I just can't even. David, I am doing well, and I'm going to get back to that. I definitely have to turn off my ringtone because my phone is blowing up right now. Sherry, longtime viewer, first time. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And I really appreciate all of you that come together and view me on a regular basis. Send positive messages. It means so much, inspiring others and the ripples of kindness that follow action are amazing. And I love taking the time to just view it and be like, it makes it feel even more like everything really does matter. Every effort. Hi, Megan. Hi, Be Kind. So, back to the work thing. Um, am I disabled? Yes. Do I work? Yes. Did I file for SSDI because I cannot work traditional employment? Yes. Was I denied? Yes. Am I going to try again? No, I am not. Um, Be Kind. The bird sounds are actually my ringtone on my phone. I like birds a lot, so I put birds on. So it's funny because sometimes I forget to turn it off in meetings, and everybody's like just taken aback, like, where are the birds? So yeah, it's my ringtone. um, Thank you, Marie. So about working, and the reason I'm not gonna reapply is because my housing is safe. I have stable housing. And beyond that, my time is worth something and I'm getting more projects. And I think if I had gotten it, I wouldn't needed it for very long. I am getting better. I am doing better. I am stronger. I am making a difference in this world. And the last thing that I absolutely refuse to worry about. As long as I have housing, I'm not going to worry about the monetary concerns. Things will come as they come, opportunities open, strength is gained. You know, it's not all at once. It never is. And there are challenges. And so I think that just the ability so far as to make the steps that I've made, I'm proud of myself. And I refuse to beg the government to acknowledge what I know and my doctors know is going on. Um, and I'm finally going to empower myself by giving my work credit, by saying that those of us who do these things, who don't care about whether we're getting an hourly wage or whatever. Now, I do get an hourly wage in my contract work, but most of the outreach I do is not contract work. It is my own time and my ability to see that things are needed where they are needed, make the connections and network. That is, and I see so many people who are disabled doing this and finding it within their abilities to use technology, use networking, use these things to make real and tangible differences. Um, you'd Roxify, how am I today? Good, good. I am good today. I am in my pajamas because yesterday I rocked 3 meetings and I am technically slash on vacation on ready to go to a photography job in Wisconsin, but it's kind of vacation because it's friends and family kind of. So I'm really excited about that. Where was I abused when I was child? Yes, yes, absolutely. Yeah. That's why I talk a lot about ACEs or adverse childhood experiences because it's a thing. And I think we need to address that in children who have gone through that because it is known that it decreases the ability to overcome from trauma later in life. Thank you, Marie. Money is artificial. Community is the only way to survive. I agree that the most giving people are those. I wouldn't say the most giving. I would say probably the most compassionate. But I think that there are times that those with money do try their best to find ways to give back. Um, I am seeing more and more change in how things are viewed, and it has to change. It will change. And kindness and compassion work. And at some point, it will, that is value. That has value. Knowing how to help one another and work in tandem with others is going to be imperative in the coming years. Thank you, Be Kind. Um, yeah, that's the thing though. These are, it was an unfortunate, and I'll be honest, like it felt like the whole time I was homeless, like I didn't get ABD, which is like state disability. And then when I was first housed, I finally was sorry, my eye itches so badly. My allergies are kicking my butt, and my eye was just going crazy. Um, and so it just hold on. It was an unfortunate event, but it's a challenge. And I'm tired of trying to prove my worth when I know what I'm doing has worth. I am making a career for myself. Is it making tons of money? No. Does that matter? As long as I have my needs met, I'm good. And I think that's the thing is it's pretty simple that way. And it was a disappointment too, because, there is when you've gone through that and you have all these and you've worked so hard, or not you, but myself, I felt like, I worked really hard at overcoming some real difficulties and challenges. And that whole time I was asked, well, where's your family? Where is this? And it's like, okay, the state was my parent and they don't care. And so it was like, well, there was this back pay, and I was like, okay, I could get one step up, get a vehicle, which allows for freedom of movement, the ability to do more work, things like that. And so honestly, I think maybe that was the most disappointing. And then there became this resolve, this I'm not going to call it righteous anger, but this understanding of I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I know that what I do has worth. I know that I will have my needs met. I know that I'm housed and I'm safe. And so that alone gives me the ability to just do amazing things. And I think that regardless of what my challenges are, I'm a badass and I can overcome it. And if I can't overcome it, I can find ways around it. And if I can't find ways around it, I'll deal with it and I'll find a way around something else. Like, even to the point where I downloaded a tracker, a mood tracker, because I'm rapid cycling bipolar, and I can kind of gauge where my downs and ups are going to be now. And so I'm like, I tend to plan things during the phases where I am able to be like up and moving. So there's things that, people do to be able to look fine. And the thing is I believe in myself. I have faith in myself. Out of everything else or whatever, I think that that's really what matters in my life, is just having that belief that it doesn't matter the challenge. It never has. It's my ability to get through it and learn from it and help others face challenges as well. Um, yeah, it was hard. Be kind. Megan, not begging, demanding that they follow the law. SSDI was put in place by all of us for exactly this purpose. It was just like an insurance company refused to pay for something in their contract. I agree with you, Megan, but they won't, and they're not going to. And there comes a time where the expense of energy, being terrified or worrying or all of these feelings that are associated with it and are unhealthy. You know, there has to be a point where, you know, I have to make the choice to just sink or swim. I guess that's where I'm at. Like, if I sink, I will right. I will try pulling myself up again. Hopefully I don't drown. But I'm not willing to go through more abuse. It hurts me. It hurts me mentally. It it just destroys me to have to think about it, to have to question my worth or question. I want the ability to fly, and I'm not going to limit myself. And disabled or not, I will find a way around this. And honestly, with brain injuries, if I don't find a way around this, I probably don't know it anyway. So I don't know what to say. Um, Pajamas during the day, an awesome thing, especially if they're purple. I agree. I so agree. Like, but it's not even the color. It's like this, clothes feel bad sometimes. I gotta make sure that the label's covered. Um, Clothes feel uncomfortable sometimes, and it, like, I would love to be put together. But everything I've tried is really uncomfortable to wear and makes me feel like my skin, at some point, my body is uncomfortable, and I fight the urge to want to take my skin off. And it's a really weird thing. And you can't escape your body. Well, you can, but there's only one way, and that's bad. So clothing is difficult sometimes to be able to feel comfortable and still move around. So I will be honest to looking not so put together all the time. I try to do my makeup and hair to detract from the fact that yoga pants are my favorite and sweatshirts are my thing. um, let's see. As soon as I come over my errands, it's pajama time. Yep. Thank you, Megan. I appreciate that. Angry Goat. Okay, what did you do with the 24,000 you received from the GoFundMe that was set up for you? Actually, Angry Goat, you're gonna love this. So, with that money, I was able to keep my camp up and running and everybody fed and propane coming in because I wasn't housed right away. And then I was able to pay off some things that were outstanding and get my license renewed and updated. I was able to get a hotel for me and Rowan over Christmas, which was huge, huge to be able to spend Christmas in comfort. um, I used quite a bit for outreach. I was able to donate to several organizations that I believe in. Yay. I was able to get some more furnishings for my place, some comfortable things. Um, let's see. It was used to, so that was thousands. And then, there's living expenses because my YouTube hadn't been set up yet as well, and there were things. So yeah, that was great. Thank you for asking that question. I've seen that you've posted that quite a bit. Um, so thank you. It gives me a chance to address that. Um, I'll be honest, it didn't last long. I know there's tons of people that needed help out there, and so it rocked. It really rocked to be able to not only know that I was able to lift myself up. Um, there was some lift rides, not gonna lie, like not taking the bus and being able to ride in a vehicle was a huge deal. Yeah, it was great. It was really great. You know, there's some really beautiful things. And so I appreciate you asking that question, and I think it's an important question, and I so appreciate it. Let's see. How is that your business? Yeah, right. Okay. Sherry, I'm going to agree. Totally, totally no one's business. But it is exciting to be able to make an impact where before, like, it was hard to never be able to buy presents for people. It was hard to, like, I remember I bought a plane ticket for my daughter with the last of the money to be able to come out and see me. And it was amazing. And there are people like the angry goat that they troll and they say things. And they're the same kind of people that when you're housed want, 15 people in your home thinking that that's a healthy environment. It's easy to dismiss it as it's nobody's business, and it's not. It's totally nobody's business. But it's the same thing as people, you know, how are you supporting yourself? How are you paying your rent? How are you doing this? Questions that they would never, never ask anyone else. Um, and for some reason, when you're coming from poverty, there are people that think that they have that right to infringe upon your dignity, to infringe upon your autonomy, to infringe upon your personal business. And it's really common. It's very dismissive of the work that you do. And honestly, it used to hurt my feelings really, really bad. And I have a beautiful, beautiful support system that knows me very, very well. And I remembered, and this is great. Everybody's going to love this. I remembered something from therapy. And it was such an important truth to me at the time. And now, even in cognitive behavioral therapy, there is one thing my therapist said to me: just because it is said does not make it true. Words are words. We need to think about them and use critical thinking. And that also pertains to events that involve us. Are we thinking about them correctly? Why did it hurt my feelings? And it hurt my feelings because honestly, I didn't want anyone to think that I wasn't a good human being because I wanted to try so hard. And part of that was from being in a situation where you're dirty and you're tired and you're hungry, and people do look at you like you have no worth. And so it becomes a part of this trauma that's inflicted. And so it's a defense mechanism. And for the most part, I ignore it, but I figure, what the hell? I I know me, and there are so many beautiful people in my life that do amazing work, and I do amazing work. And I think it's time to address that. For example, Bill, you'll see Bill on here sometimes, William Higgins. He's disabled and he does phenomenal work. There's so many of us that work around disabilities, and I think we need credit. I'm tired of being dismissed at every angle and every turn. But I'm going to do what I always do, and that's do me. Always do me. So I'm going to read comments now. I'm from Lebanon, so I don't know all the steps and laws there. No, that's totally okay. We just our social system is screwy, and it leaves a lot of people who are really in need and between a rock and a hard space. And that's what I used to call under the bridge, because we had rocks and sand and our tents under on top, and then the freeway above. So we were literally in between a rock and a hard space. So I used to like to make puns. It's a pun thing. I thought it was funny. It's probably not funny, but it's a way of dealing with the situation. um, there are totally techniques to expand your awareness beyond your body. I agree. I just have, yeah. Know what you mean about certain clothing items. It's the same with me. Awesome answer about the GoFundMe. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, the clothes. It's really a deal. It's really a thing. And so I'm funky me. And actually, it's really. I was at a meeting with the community liaisons yesterday, and we were asked to name a fun fact about ourselves. And I said, I love color. I love color. And they asked like, which one's your favorite? And I was like, I can't. Like, I don't have a favorite. I can't. Every day is a beautiful color, and every moment is a different shade. And so I just love color. But so fun fact about me, and now everybody knows. Pink is my favorite. No, not always. So I get into my teal phase. You know, it depends. It also depends on clothing. It depends on hair. If I'm painting, my mood. There's so many variables in favorite color. um, Thank you, Bliss Bliss. So on. So what I was going to say too is, so now that we've addressed misunderstandings and perceptions about people, I want to talk about my upcoming trip. Ah, so I am going on a trip to Wisconsin, and um, also waiting on word as to whether I'm going to have to travel to Colorado, but that's for emergency purposes. But I will be leaving on July 7th and taking the train. So if you would like, follow me on Instagram, because you will be seeing pictures. I am a little butthurt that they don't let you get off the train and then stay and then get back on, because I know people throughout the states I'll be traveling. And I was like, that would be the coolest. But no, it doesn't work that way. You have to like stay on the train. You get like little pit stops. But it's going to be fun anyway, and Rowan enjoys it, so it'll be good. I'm really excited. Share your clothing. I say, be your best bad self, right? It is more fun. Um, I love pink and yellow, sky blue clothing. Yes, beautiful blonde, but that's me. Thank you. Greetings from Florida. Hi from Maine. I hope Rowan is good with travel. She is, but not on the bus. The bus was horrid. We did the bus one year, and it was It was awful. It was absolutely, I would never do it again. They are not nice to service animals, and there is very little space. And it's the same thing, not real long stops, so there's not real breaks. My feet, I have edema, and so my feet swelled up so horribly. But the train tends to be a little lax. There's not as many people. So a lot of times we'll get like a double seat and she gets to be on the floor. And so there's more room for her to stretch out. They do say like watch your paws, keep your paws out the aisle. But even though they're shorter pit stops, she's really good about potty break and everything else. I can feed her there. She's has the ability to sit up. So, and I can lay down and raise my feet up a little bit so that it doesn't get too bad or get too painful. Um, what am I going to do in Wisconsin? I am going to be photographing my first wedding, and I am really, really excited. And William Higgins, had looked at my wish list and had ordered lenses for the Canon that, oh, I'm not supposed to say. I'm gonna get penalized for that. For the other camera that another viewer had bought, Kate is her name, Kate G. I don't know if she wants me to uh, give her, she does photography and she's really amazing too. And so I've been really blessed. And now, since photography has been my thing, I'm going to get a chance to spend some time with some friends that are definitely family too. And spend some time with one of my dearest and bestest friends too. Um, I get with you meme clothes, the bigger I get conscious what I wear. Yeah, absolutely. Um, they let Brenda pass off a box of cannoli to a friend at a stop. That's good. 2, 3 level blow up footrest. Yeah. Um, the foot thing is a big deal. But I have prescribed diuretics, so that's really helpful. That kind of takes the swelling away. But other than that, like I'm good and things are good and looking up. Still got a, family emergency going on. Oh my gosh, be kind. Okay, sorry, I'm gonna address this real quick. You do photography too. It doesn't matter if you live far away. I would love to see it. My Instagram is Manda J Richer, Richer, and Manda is only Manda. So it's MandaJRicher on Instagram. And I will follow you back. And I would love to see your photography. I haven't been out. I have been so wrapped up in outreach. I have been so wrapped up in meetings and trying to solve this crisis that I literally, the only time I have taken really for myself is to clean house or paint. And this month that's going to change. So be expecting some really cool, badass photos. Um, I just heard a rumor that YouTube is looking into stopping live streams. Oh, that would be awful. Well, okay, no, because I will just learn how to do edited and we'll do it that way. Or I'll go back to Facebook. I mean, whatever. Um, you can actually schedule your pit stops to meet people on the way and on the way back. Everyone will love it. Yeah, that would be great. But the pit stops really are only like 5 or 10 minutes. So, I also subscribe to Invisible People too. Good. Um, of course they are. So everybody, that's kind of what's going on in my life. I also got another project going on, and I'm really, really excited about it. And that will be also taking place in August. And remember, I will be in Portland, Maine in for about a week or a week and a half in August. So if you are looking to see me in person and speak to me, I am open and please come by. That would be great. Um, I do photography in university, so I'm learning. I think I'm good because I got great grades. That's wonderful. I will be completely honest. I've had no zero professional training. I've had some YouTube videos, and the photography is a lot about me and myself, and the beauty that I just find in my daily life. And I think it's important to document. Um, it's a beautiful place, Maine. Try to go to Arcadia National Park in Maine. Maybe I really want to kind of learn about their process there. Maybe bring some knowledge from Seattle too, and help out. That's I'm kind. It's kind of a outreach mission as well, but I will try to get some travel into. Um, I think my friend Liz is also going to meet me there, so hopefully we'll get to go see a couple cool things. I think people would love to meet with you at Pit Stops, providing you with food and drink that is way healthier than you can get on the train. That is true. So on July 7th, I will be boarding at Seattle, and I will be taking the Cascades over to Toma, Wisconsin. So if anytime, I am not sure necessarily where all the pit stops are, but if you're along that route, you can try to get a hold of me and I will say hi. Um, Hi, Sylvan. I'm glad you made it. You took Periscope photography in the Navy. That's really cool. I've never really seen Periscope photography. That's awesome. So anyway, guys, I appreciate you all so very, very much. And I hope that you all follow me on my journey as I spread my wings and fly. And I believe that these things matter. Me sitting here and talking matters. Going out doing outreach matters. Having knowledge to share matters. Remember that you matter. Everything you do matters, whether that be good or whatever, it all matters. And so I want to, for myself, want to make choices that matter in very positive ways. Um, so Sticks and Hammer is a huge tech geek. He told me about YouTube. Uh, well, that just means that I'm going to gain experience with editing footage. And I make that face because, oh my gosh, sometimes it's sitting for a long amount of time in front of a screen. And all I want to do is not do that. Oh. So thank you, Kristen. I appreciate it. Sherry, if you're on your itinerary, we also would facilitate your journey. Oh, thank you, Sherry. Um, Thank you, Be Kind. I appreciate that. We don't have that kind of YouTube videos in Lebanon. Hmm. Well, I don't. We'll have to. You know what? Every challenge can be met and figured it out. And if YouTube stops live streaming, I am absolutely sure that there will be another service that does it, and I will be on there and talking some more. No one can stop me talking. I will bliss. Like people to do it. Shoot. Okay, guys. Just remember that in the descriptions is a way to support PayPal and, of course, kind messages. And also, I haven't posted the wish list, and I'm not going to post the wish list for my trip because all packages will have to be held until I get back. I will continue to add stuff there, but when I do vlogs, I'm only going to post the PayPal as far as that goes. Have fun on our trip. I will make the best of it. It will be wonderful because also we go through Glacier National Park, and like I was raised in Kootenai Valley, which is very close, and it goes right through like Libby and Troy and all of that. So I know I'm gonna enjoy it. It's gonna be beautiful and wonderful, and I'm very excited. And I always meet cool people along the way because I'm a chatty individual. And we found a box of books, and so I'm going to donate some books to West Seattle Food Bank for their book program. But I'm going to grab a couple and take them with me because last time I was on the train, I was able to get through A Tale of Two Cities, and I was so excited about that to be able to finish a book and have it, really be able to comprehend the entire book instead of, just like research papers and stuff. So I will. And it is a photography piece, but I won't be able to do that. It would be great if I could stop and do that, but yeah, yeah. But the cool thing is it's not hard to at some point, as things progress, make a trip by train over to Libby and have a friend pick me up, and then we'll just like go explore the mountains because I know that area. Um, Thank you, Maria. Okay, guys, so I'm going to close it out. You all have a very wonderful day, and I will be talking to you later. I might, okay, I'm not even going to tell you when I'm going to do the next vlog because I might wait until the trip or I might do one before. Who knows? I never even know. All right, I will talk to you later. Have a great day. Bye.